Just to make it a little neater.
I think I am going to spread the tiles on all these.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you
I won't
got
cover my line.
Well, just the bottom row then. Just the bottom row.
And
All right, we're going to need some spacers.
All right. I think I have them.
There we go. Alright, we're going to be using these spacers, the same ones that we used yesterday on the floor. Alright.
Let me get you like a big
Quarter inch spacers. We're going to be putting them on edge.
That'll work.
And if we need them underneath of our tile on the tub to get up to our line, so be it. We'll use them as shims as well. And we want to stay on the black line that we put on here, our level line. Alright, the one that we put around here, no matter what, this first row has to be on that line. Then we know that the rest of our tile in the tile surround will be perfectly level up to the ceiling. Alright, so we're going to spread the mud on the back of the tiles on the first row, leaving those 1/4 inch ridges. You want to cover the entire tile with the thin set and put enough on there so that when you run the 1/4 inch trowel over it, you leave 1/4 inch standing ridges of thin set. Right? Just like that there. Leave 1/4 inch standing ridges of thin set. Don't over thin set your wall or your tile. So cut tile now. On she goes. On go the glasses.
And we're off and running.
You want me to get you these piles up there? That way you don't have to bend
I'm
down.
going to need to cut one here in the corner already.
Yeah, but I'm going to put the side row on first.
Okay.
I need just a wedge.
Alright, we also have a pile of wedges here. You can buy these in the tile aisle as well. They go from something to nothing, little wedges. You can use those to wedge your tile into position when you need to lift them up a little bit.
These are 1/8 wedges.
These are 1/8 inch wedges. Okay. Next, okay, now the thin set he's using, he mixed up. It's almost a, you dip my finger in here. It's almost like an icing consistency. Right? You can still shake it off your finger, but you don't want it dripping off your finger. You want it to be like whipped up, almost like we say, like a cake icing. Alright, when you get it to that consistency, you know you're good, but you don't want it running off your finger, and you don't want it so stiff that it's not moving around either. Alright, so like you can picture cake icing, that's the consistency you want your thin set to be. Alright, your mortar, your thin set's the same thing.
Full top.
And we're using a 1/4 inch notch
Another
trowel.
full top.
These are 1/4 inch notches. And this is just a real inexpensive. Actually, you know, you could even we even call these throwaway trowels. They're like $4. They have much more expensive trowels too, but this one here is all you're going to need. We use this on the floor tile as well as the wall tile on this job. We got a cut tile coming up here. That's going to be going right there.
Yeah, I need that one.
The little guy.
You use the
Bring
little
that
one?
one back with you.
Alright.
Alright, John, you want to try your hand at that?
Yeah, sure. Got my safety goggles.
Got your safety glasses on. We're going to go down and see if John can run this. Now, John has never run a wet saw, is that correct?
That is correct. Not a wet saw.
Alright, so he's going to be our guinea pig to see if you folks at home can do this. And I know you can. Always wear your safety glasses though when you're running any power equipment. especially tile saws. All right, you want to make sure you keep your fingers away from the blade. All right, before you turn it on, get up to your line and see if you're close. Make sure you cut on the right side of the line.
This is the piece I want right here.
The piece you want.
So I want my.
Yeah, you want to cut the. Yeah, you just want to shave that line out. So
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be us.
looks like you there. All right, start her up. Let the saw do the work. Come to a stop. Once you get through your piece, turn it off, let it come to a stop, and then pull your tray back. All right, how'd that feel?
That felt good.
All
Real
right.
good.
All right, so let's let them drip off out here a little bit.
We had a towel.
And we should have a towel out here. Let's bring one out next time.
All right.
All right. You can leave that big tile out here for now. Just take in the cut piece. All right, so that was his first experience as a tile cutter, and he says it felt good. Saw's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It's real nice.
All right. A lot of trips up and down these stairs, but we have to cut outside. That was his first attempt, Tom, so go easy on him. Go easy on him.
Go easy.
Yeah, that was our third trip down. But we may have it now. So don't get discouraged, guys, when you're tiling your shower. If you gotta cut the tiles 3 or 4 times. Because so do the pros. Just comes with the job.
Yeah.
Comes with the job. That's the bottom. How's that gonna work? That's just a shim dim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. Shims.
Shimmies.
Shim in here. No, because I'm pinched already. This end needs to come down.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's going to be a fun one to get off.
Yeah. Damn. That's because of that tub rolling out. You got that flare on you, right?
Yeah, right here. There's some markage.
Probably too wet. It's from there to nothing. It's one of them.
Well, I can cut it.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's wet and muddy.
It was.
It's full of mud, man. Full of mud.
Full of mud. And we've got to cut that much off this one. And bring them down because this is a messy tile here. This one also needs a little bit off. I think you're okay now. You don't need the dry fit.
I know the M one works. I know the next one works for sure.
That's just wonderful.
We took it down and cut it. Yeah, we did. Okay, shimmies.
Shimmy, shimmy, sharoo. Alright, sometimes you gotta double and your spacers and use a shim to get these up to the line. Whatever it takes to get to your line.
The heck out of that. Yeah.
Get it.
That looks good. Alright, so we're working our way around here. We're trying to stay on our line at the top of our tile for this first row. That needs cut off at 11 and an inch. 7 inches.
11's good even. Oh, where is our cut?
Bottom's right here. 11 inches.
You there?
Yes, sir. Alright, Jack.
Take off, John.
When he fell backwards. So I'll cut that. That is so beautiful.
You sees it, right?
Yes, I do. Look at that.
Say something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Something like that. You can even square it off if you want. Want me to just square it?
Yeah, I'll run it off. No big deal.
I mean, I can. Ding, ding, ding.
Nope, we'll cut it out.
Alright.
Back down for some of our dry handheld grinder action here. That's the rest of the hole for the shower valve there I got to cut out. Comes Jonathan with that cut. How'd it go?
Good.
Alright, I'm going to go out and cut this out with the grinder. Alright, I'm going to cut this back out with the grinder again.
That's beautiful.
That is quite a beautiful thing. Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful.
What do we need? What do you got?
Supposedly this is supposed to go around there or something like that. That's beautiful. Here you
That'll
go.
work? Yeah.
I think.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
What a team.
What a team. What a team. I'll take two of them at 4 1/4.
2 of them at 4 1/4.
2 4 1/4s.
Do we have our score and snap special?
And I'll take I don't know if you have it. You have everything out there.
Boy.
2 4 1/4s, you get them out of 1. I'll take an 11. Wasn't this other one ever here in the 11?
2 4 1/4 and an 11.
Yeah. 2 4 1/4s and 11.
Okay. I just need a Sharpie.
You should have one down there. I'm down to this one.
Here's one right here.
There you go.
There we go.
That's my Sharpie. And a straight edge. Let's hit a 2 foot level too.
Alright, 2 footer. Got that.
And a tape measure. Huh? I think we have.
Yep. You're using the 25, got a 30 there?
That works. 4 1/4, Tom?
You need a blade, you said?
4 1/4s and an 11.
2 4 1/4 so we can get out of 1.
Trusty new Sharpie.
Love it. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And 4 1/4.
Got those lines already mapped out.
Our little dots here. That's 1. 2.
The folks at home ought to love how to lay out tile. Look how quick that was. It's already laid out.
Special. And an 11. And an 11. Okay. Buzz these off.
Let's swing around here so we can see this.
Cracked one on the saw, so we can cut another one. That should be us right there. 111 and 2 4 1/4.
All right.
Doctor ordered, didn't he?
Yep, that's us. One.
Okay. Alright, so Tom's got his last tile going in over there on the starter row.
Alrighty.
While Tom's working on those wall tiles over there, I'm going to start doing some of our cuts on our floor. Now you can see right here we've got a full tile here. It's 12 inches. It's going to work right over top of our toilet flange here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the toilet flange out of this full tile. Alright, so it's got to go right down there. I've got to cut the flange out of this. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here. Look under here and see what I got. And we're just going to eyeball this flange. Doesn't have to be perfect, because the toilet's going to cover it.
And there's mine piece.
Okay.
So I'm saying by eye,
Close to nothing.
that right there, when I cut that out, is going to be what we need right down here. And I'm going to cut this out with the grinder, with the dry grinder down there. We're just going to take them out one tile at a time here and see what we come up with. Now these ones in the middle here we can cut out with our razor blade, and then what's left will just be the ends of the ones that need cut off.
Yeah, give him a
And
number.
I think we're going to be okay over here underneath this flange. Yep, I think we're going to be good. So we're not going to have to cut anything around this flange on this tile. But on these back pieces here, where we're 3 inches, we'll have to cut to this pipe to come up through. So we're going to take this down and cut this out with the grinder. And I think we have another 4-inch tile we're going to cut too, Tom,
Yeah,
for your...
he's got it in his hand. I gave it to him leaning on the wall or something. So that's it, yeah.
That's it. Okay. Let's go try our hands at this.
Alright.
Keep it down and try to work. Alright, so we're going to be cutting this circle out of this tile. And we're going to use this dry diamond grinder again. Same way we did the other ones, we're just going to nip our way through here.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Okay. And we can pull these off the mesh here. You actually could use a razor blade out here. But I'm through all my tiles. And what I'll do now is I'll take my razor blade and I'll just cut the mesh out of the back side and we'll have our circle done. So Again, you know, there's another way that you can use your diamond grinder to cut a circle out of a tile.
Wow.
Alright, and we've got one more of these to cut. That's all. Hopefully this is what Tom ordered. I don't want him yelling at me. There's that one, sir.
There's that one.
I need a razor blade. It should be in my belt, but I know it won't be.
We just put a fresh one.
Because it's right here.
We just put a fresh blade in that.
So what we want to do here,
3 rows up.
cut the mesh out.
I need an 11 inches. No, he's still filming.
Look how easy that is once he's already through the...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's our circle. And let's just see if that's gonna work down here for us. Okay, that'll work just fine.
It's a worker.
That'll work just fine.
It's a worker.
Yep.
Can't even tell where it went in. Can't tell where it starts or ends from
That'll
here.
work. Alright, so we might need a little nip off this right here. I really don't think we're going to. It could be in the way of our Johnny bolt, so I might need to nip a little bit more off this. I actually could cut that whole piece out because it's totally underneath the flange. But that's a pretty decent fit right there. Now what I'm going to do, while Tom's working on the shower tiles, I'm going to go down through here and cut in a row and a half of these the whole way down across the bathroom up to the other end there and get that all dry fitted in for Tom. We'll also need one right here. We came up a little short on our air conditioning vent yesterday, so I need 2 small pieces right here, little cuts there. And then finish it up. We'll need a little row along here. And what we got left here to the door. And over there by the broom, a couple more singles that are going to need nipped off. So I'm going to work on all these cuts and get them all dry fitted in here. I'm not going to film it. No sense to filming it. You've seen how we cut tiles now, but I'm going to dry fit everything so when he's done setting the shower, he can come out with the thin set and put the rest of these in, and then we'll be 100% cut in, dry fitted, and be ready for grout.
Be able to grout both the walls and the floors tomorrow.
Right, we'll grout tomorrow. We're not going to grout today. We're going to get everything set and then grout tomorrow morning. So the starter row is completed over here in the shower. We've got it the whole way around our pencil line. This first row is completed. Now you can see Tom's starting to build up here. He's got 2 rows here, 3 rows high on the faucet wall. We're going to take these the whole way up to the ceiling, to where the wall meets the ceiling. That's where the tile's going to end, right at the drywall ceiling.
Yeah.
So we'll be on this for a couple hours yet. We're not going to film it all.
We'll come back when we got it. I think I want to put my designer row at 5. I don't know. What do you think?
Let me grab one of those and see
In
what
the middle. I was thinking.
Should I cut it?
Yeah. Keep it on.
Yeah, I guess we will be next with our designer.
Yeah, I think the designer row is going to look
one and a full tile, then another design.
Designer row is going to look good right here. What do you think?
Yeah. And then a tile and then another one.
A tile and another one. Yeah, we're going to do 2. Okay, so we're going to come back with the camera when we start the decos which will be in about a half hour. So we'll see you back here in about a half hour, and we'll do the deco row together so you know how to install your deco tiles. All right, we're 3 rows high here, and we've determined this is where we're going to put our first row of these deco tile, these glass deco tile on. You can see right there, the little glass chiclets there, little glass tiles on mesh. And that's where our first row is going to go. Then we're going to go a full tile above our deco, and then another row of deco. Alright, so there goes our first one.
I'll be stacking off.
I like them looking just like juju beads hanging on a string. That's beautiful. It definitely breaks up the action.
Definitely. Definitely does, definitely.
I like it. Get some Tom to wipe his hands with.
Wow. Just look at it.
That's pretty.
That is pretty. I wish this was my shower now.
And you want to definitely try to keep these clean. When they're such small little glass tiles, these are probably a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch each. If you do squeeze any thin set through a deco tile like this, when they're on mesh, make sure you clean it off right away.
I am thinning that just a tad.
Definitely. I definitely would. The deco row breaks up the monotony in a shower where you got all 12 by 12, all big tile like this. That looks nice.
Glasses you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, guys, keep a little space between your decos. Just like everything else, you got a little bit of grout room.
Yeah, if you look real close, you can see there's little grout joints, and you want to keep them clean, just like the grout joints in the big tile. You know, there's got to be joints for the grout to go into, and they're not very big on these deco tile.
Cheap towards me a little bit.
That looks nice. That does look nice. Good choice by the homeowner here.
Oh yeah.
And these are made by Marazzi, and you can get Marazzi deco tiles at Home Depot. Let's see what they're using here. Alright, a glass liner they call it. You can see the color and the catalog number and the size of it.
That's also what the wall tiles are too, Marazzi.
Just tap them into your thin set and let them go. It will grab if you just tap them in lightly with your hand. Don't set them in too heavy or you'll push the mortar, the thin set, right between into your grout joints, and you'll pay hell getting it out.
Enough, John, for now.
So okay, I think that was 21.
It took nine of them.
So 18 something.
9 of them per, yeah, we need 18.
This one here would have been 21.
Okay. Then we do have enough.
Yes,
Okay.
we do. And
Good.
we still have another whole box out there too.
Okay.
And 3 in this one.
Yeah, remember,
John, you have to find
keep
me a
your
whole
hands
bunch of
clean and
drywall nails.
so you're not touching the tile with hands that are full of thin set. If you get any between your tile and the joints, just use a straight razor blade and just scratch it out now while it's wet. It's easy. It's very easy to do now to clean up with a razor and a sponge. Once it sets up, it's real tough to get it out of these glass tile because when you get in there with your razor blade, when it's set, you run the risk of chipping them because these glass tiles are much more fragile than the ceramic tiles.
Where are the drywall nails? Do you have any in your truck, Tyler?
I don't mind, sure.
And you can cut these on the mesh to size with your razor knife. Just score right through the mesh. And that's it. Now that gives a real nice break in the action to the shower walls here. I really, really like that. That looks good. Now the tile's also Marazi as well as the deco, so they're probably color coded to go together anyway. It definitely looks like they go together. The colors of these two, the glass and the ceramic, are real complementary to one another. And normally that's the way the manufacturers do it. And these are Marazi 12 by 12s, and these are their glass tiles, so they're meant to go with one another.
There's a putty knife anywhere.
Yeah, we got 6-inch around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good call. Yeah. As he uses his hand as a hopper. Nice. Alright, so we're thinning out the mud above the tiles just a little bit with the drywall knife so that when we stick the next row in there, it doesn't squish out and come out on top of our glass tile. So we're just thinning it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so on top of this row here, in just a minute we'll be putting another full row of the 12 by 12s. And then on top of that we're going to come back with one more row of the 3-inch glass tile. And that'll complete our deco rows of tile. And then from there up it'll be 12 by 12s to the ceiling. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes, give you a look at the next row of glass tile when we get to it. And we're going to keep cutting our floor tile. You can see we're coming down through here with those little cut ones. They were about 3.5 inches. We're cutting that row all along the wall, all along the wall there.
That's what I found.
Gonna need some little 1-inch cuts along here. And we got this one in around the corner here, all but one. So we're gonna continue to cut in all the areas where we're missing tile from yesterday so that we have them all set in here today before we leave. Tomorrow we'll be grouting the floor and the shower walls.
Bet I can drive faster than